Can you train me? Sure. You're not an amiibo, but I can help you. Coach. Yeah, the second viewer to call me coach. Yeah, sure, I'll coach you. Okay, so I guess I'll just point out habits, because these apply to all your characters. Up tilt really just is that punishable. Okay. That situation has almost happened twice. I'm expecting you to jump from ledge here, so I'm gonna nair to cover it. I'm just gonna keep doing it until you don't. I guess that's another way to coach. I'll cover it until it stops working. This nair is always going to catch you because your invincibility runs out. Okay, good. You did a neutral get up there. So that's good. You're starting to break your habits. Just knowing that you have a habit isn't enough to, like, break it. You also have to... Okay, notice that you're doing a lot of side Bs in neutral. The thing about side B is that if you miss it, you're dead. Like here. You're just gonna take damage for it. But if I, like, let's say I do a fair like this, and I place it right in front of your face, it's not necessarily gonna get me killed. Cool. The first thing is figure out what moves you have in neutral that are open to you that aren't so punishable. And the second step is to fix your ledge habits, I think. Okay, good, you rolled. So that's different. But I also noticed that it took a lot of time for you to decide to roll. So if I notice that, then I could actually hit you while you're at ledge with a down tilt or something. Okay, so now you're rolling every time, which is cool. We're still in the process of replacing an old habit. Oh, you have drift on your controller. Are you using Joy-Cons? Because that can happen. I still think you're committing too hard. And there were just random up tilts. I think you also have a habit of I haven't punished you for it yet, but you do have a habit of coming back to stage with side Bs. Okay, so side B? Are you gonna side B here? I guess not. That's cool, since you didn't side B. But even if you get hit, know that you're already improving because you're not like your old habits aren't coming. So again, you jump from ledge, you still have that habit of jumping from ledge, and then if you jump from ledge and it goes unpunished, you come down with a down air. So I was able to punish your down air even though I wasn't ready for your jump. Side B? Yep, that's a stock. You got a stock, nice. Let's go. So what things did we point out there? Side B in neutral. Jump from ledge. Dare. These are the main habits that I'm pointing out. And then side B to get. Okay. I think it was just side B to get back to stage was just with Ganon. So if you play somebody different, I think that habit might disappear. But like, I don't think jumping from ledge and doing a dare is going to disappear necessarily. I think that habit applies to all your characters. What about Marth? I don't know. I guess you'll do a different move. I'm just imagining that you are gonna want to commit to something big in neutral. Like a side B. Okay. I guess it is still side B. So, I think before the next game starts, we actually have to come up with a plan for you to execute instead of going for the side Bs. I think that'll help a lot more than just telling you that you're getting hit for side B, right? Yeah, you still have all of the same habits as you did with Ganon. So I need to give you some, like, we need to give you a plan. Thing to do. Okay, so you went for a dash attack there. And the reason my dash attack beat your dash attack was because I did mine first because I was aiming in front of you. You were aiming for me. So I think the first thing to let you know is it's better to aim in front of or behind somebody. Aiming behind somebody is much more risky, but aiming in front of somebody is like way less risky. So I'll try to give you some stuff to do. I'll give you some stuff to do instead of your habits. How about that? I'd actually suggest that you stick to one character. Just because you get better at the game faster that way. So we're not going to play yet. We're just going to pick some safe options that don't get you punished. Let's take Nair. Let's think about Nair for a second. Joker's Nair converts into grab. And Joker gets a ton of damage off of his Nair. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of different ways to Nair. I can do this Nair. I can do this Nair. I can Nair by aiming for you. And I can Nair by aiming in front of you, and then dashing backwards. And all of those variations of Nair have a different use. Most people, when they want to Nair with Joker, they'll try to aim for you like that, which doesn't work all the time because you're committing too much. If your opponent decides that they don't want to interact with you and they dash backwards, and you do this Nair, you're gonna get hit for it. But if you do this Nair, which is like, it's very subtle, but you can see I'm drifting backwards just a little bit. This is a Nair that does not get you punished if you miss it, but still is useful for approaching. This Nair is probably going to be your main tool as Joker. Or I like to use it as Joker a lot. Because let's say your opponent wants to come forward and they're going at you like that. Then if you suspect that your opponent might do that, and you throw one of these out, it'll connect. The soft hit of it will connect, and then you get a grab. And Joker's grab game is really strong. This Nair, the Nair in place, it's good too. So your plan as Joker is to cut away from the stage by using your Nair. Imagine that both of us are magnets and we're repelling each other. When I go a little bit towards you, you go away from me. And when you go a little bit towards you, I go away from you, because neither of us want to get hit, right? Does that make sense? If I do this Nair, where I cut into your space just a little bit, you're going to be forced backwards. So that's significant because eventually, if you do this enough, and you cut away at the stage, and you keep on doing that, your opponent is going to be in the corner. Once they're in the corner, that's when you can go for the huge commit. Once they're in the corner, that's when you can commit with your big openers, like your Nairing towards them, or your dash attacks, or your down tilts, or any other big commitment. Because the problem with doing like this kind of... The problem with doing these kinds of aerials where you drift all the way in is that if your opponent dashes backwards, you get hit. But in the corner, your opponent can't dash backwards. So your plan is Joker. One of your plans is to use these kinds of aerials where you place them right in front of you to put your opponent in the corner. Once you're there, you can go for your big opener. The same thing applies to Joker's back air. Especially once you get Arsene. So, yeah. So try to do this back air, where you just do it right in front of my face. And then dash backwards. This is a really good sequence to do as Joker. You're not trying to hit me with the back air, but you're trying to bait me into doing something aggressive. notice that I'm doing a short hop, I'm drifting towards you, and I'm doing the back air very late. I don't have Joker, but this seems really useful. Yeah, this is actually a universal concept. This applies to everyone. So if you were a Marth, you would do it with Fair. If you were a Wolf, you do it with Fair. With your Pichu, you do it with down tilt and Fair. If you're Bowser, you do it with Fair and like dashing. So there's two things that we're trying to work on. One is to be more patient instead of going for big openers. And two is to learn how to punish big openers themselves. So how about this? I'll pick Ganondorf, and I'm just going to side B you. Your objective is to try and punish them on reaction. Alright, let's go. Okay. Okay. I'm also going to buffer roll away. So if you're not fast enough at punishing it, you might not get the punish. I see. Ah. So you need to work on your timing a little bit more. Since your dash attacks are a little late. They're hitting my shield. You're looking to punish my side Bs. Here's a tip. The punishing side B is not the only dashing backwards is not the only way to punish side B. You could also just jump. Or you could do one of those nairs that I was talking to you about. There you go. That was good. That was the first like big opener that I did that you punished really well. Like in terms of neutral game. But you used your nair as a big opener. Oh, that was almost good. That was almost really good. You almost dashed backwards in reaction to my side B. Ooh. Okay. I think you also have a habit of doing get up attack after I do my side B. Okay, that was a cleaner punish. That had potential. That was good. But you're not like whiff punishing me per se. Like if my shield comes up, it's too late. You want to hit me before I'm actionable. If possible, you want to maybe even hit me while I'm doing the attack. I'm gonna just shield every time I... Oh, that was good, that was good. Remember how that felt, because you're gonna need to do more of those. There you go. And you actually managed to convert into a fair one, which is how MKLeo gets most of his kills. So, there. You also, by trying to like punish people's all-ins, you learned how to do a new kill setup. Or you learned an application for a new kill setup. Yeah, you have a habit of get up attacking, so I'm just gonna punish you for it. Ah, I was able to shield that time. You don't... Okay, here's a concept. Don't punish with something... Don't punish with F smash, punish with something quick. Punish with a nair, punish with a down air, punish with a forward air, but don't punish with F smash. Because that requires you to read. If you do it with a faster move like nair, you can react to it. Okay, so that time you actually naired towards me all the way in, and you held in. You held in on that nair. So I was able to punish you because you all-inned, instead of doing like a nair where you go forward and then drift backwards. So yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of nair that you need to be doing if you want to punish my side Bs. Oh, you didn't get attack that time. That's good. Actually, if you want to, I could watch you play against Zebra Boy. And then I could let you know how you're doing. I think that would be a good idea.